for listening to the AZ Wildcats podcast. I am your host, Mike Luke, joined by Jason Shear. All right, we got all kinds of good stuff to get to. We are going to get to names. We are going to get to offensive coordinator candidates. We are going to see which next kid Shear will bash when he enters the portal. I am just kidding a little bit with that. A little bit, not much, but a little bit. We are going to talk about, I need everybody's help on here on a Twitter issue that I'm having. I am very unhappy about this Twitter issue. Also, we are on Rich Rod watch. Rich Rod, we're hoping that it gets announced today. Should we have an emergency pod if Rich Rod is announced?
The longer this goes, I'm starting to get a little nervous.
Yeah, Kevin L. Thomas, message Shane and say, see if we can have an emergency pod for Rich Rod if he becomes the West Virginia head coach.
I'm on it right now, Mike. I'm on
yes,
it. Yes,
please. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about Arizona names. But first, I am getting this. I have gotten 2 DMs from this yesterday, and I got 4 last week. I am not on Blue Sea or Blue Sky. That does not mean I have any political affiliation. I do not have a political affiliation, but just because I am not on Blue Sky does not mean anything. I'm just not on it. Sorry, don't know what else to say. Shear, what say you?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the presidential election, Mike. I think where we went wrong, look, I'm joining Blue Sky very soon here. I'm going to do it. I don't know. I suck with technology. No, but you should do it because you're mad at Elon Musk, and this would be a good way to get back at him.
All right, anybody out there, and then we're going to get to names here in just a second. I need all of your help. I got verified somehow. I have gone out of my way my entire life not to be verified, and somehow I am verified. There has to be a way. I never signed up for anything. I did not give them my account information, nothing. How in the world do I get rid of this? I do not like that check mark next to me. There has to be a way to get rid of this thing.
You're asking a chat room filled with people that likely contributed to you having a check mark.
No, I don't like it though. There should be a way that and whoever's did. I don't like it. Yes, I don't like it. Whatever the case may be. Follow our good friend Grant Creech on Blue Sky. Now I don't like it either way. That Grant clearly not a fan, as I think it would be fair to say. Okay, now let's talk a little bit now about Arizona offensive coordinators and candidates. We got 3 names here. There are some names that I like. There's one name that I don't like that you really, really like. We are going to go with the name that I don't like first, and then we will work backwards from
there. OC?
Yes.
It's the guy I wrote the profile on today, right?
I didn't see it. I don't look at your site unless it just cause problems on the.
Okay,
yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't want Matt Wells.
Yes, it is.
I don't want Matt Wells. You and I have had a long-running debate about Matt Wells. I am not a Matt Wells fan. I do not. I don't think he's I don't think he's a good head coach. You thought he was a good head coach. I do not want Matt Wells. You want Matt Wells. Why?
So, my opinion of him isn't as high as it was at one point, but
you were huge on him.
I'll tell the Matt Wells story. Was it Rich Rod? It would have been Rich Rod under Byrne, right?
Right.
Or was it?
Yeah.
So Greg Byrne had an emergency list if Rich Rod left.
Mm-hmm.
And I know number 1 on the list. I think I've said this before. I don't think it's a secret. If it is, whatever. Number 1 was Jim Tressel.
I love Jim Tressel. I would hire Jim
Tressel. I could tell you, and I know I have like his numbers in my phone for that reason, because I thought that Arizona, like, he was going to be the guy. I got in touch with him and everything. Jim Tressel would have been the head coach of Arizona.
Right.
Number 2 was Matt Wells. When Matt Wells was at Utah State, it was absolutely Matt Wells. Byrne loved him.
Mm-hmm.
He was really
no, dude. This would be a very Brent Brennan hire. This is definitely. Hey, this is a Blue Sea hire or Blue Sky hire.
I think he's a solid coach. I don't think he's what Arizona needs at all.
Yeah. Okay. So you would not hire him.
No, I think he's like, I think Kansas State has a co-coordinator with a really young guy in Matt Wells. I think that makes a lot of sense for them. If you're Arizona, I think you need a sexier name. Like, yes, I don't think Noah Fifita is going to go like, oh, Matt Wells, I'm all in, baby.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Like, man, what have I been doing? Real quick, Kate Harrop, I'm going to give you the story on Short Bus. Short Bus is obsessed with me. He makes videos about me all day, and he gets very upset that he doesn't have any insider information on ASU, and I blasted him in the Discord for not having any of it by just posting some extra article. He knows nothing. Probably not a bad guy, but he knows next to nothing. That's why he gets mad at me. I don't know what else to say, but that is why he gets mad at me. But the best part about Short Bus is he gets very upset. You know what's great about people like that, Sheer? These are the people that, like, when you go around and you can tell that they're just like clenching their hands and their teeth at the keyboard as they're actually writing, and they're like pretending that they're not mad. He gets very upset. Short Bus, I will always own you. Sorry, I don't know what to say. Now, go spend 45 minutes making a video about me.
Jeez.
Yes,
Very
take
impressive.
that, my friend. Okay,
Very
now,
impressive.
I'm sure he's a nice guy. Just
You
whatever.
don't know if he's a nice. He might not be a nice guy.
Yeah, there's definitely a real possibility he's not a nice guy, especially when he takes so much time. But okay, now let's talk about some other ones that I actually like, though. Let's talk about Craddock. With Craddock, I'm more than okay with Doege or Craddock. Sheer, what say you about Craddock? Craddock in the attic.
I like him. He's a good coach. Now I do wonder how tied he is to John Summerall. Summerall is staying at Tulane. He wants Kentucky. That's the job he wants. He could have that as soon as next year and get paid $2 million a year or some ridiculous.
Hey, could we hire Mark Stoops then?
Oh, yeah, why not? I would take Mark Stoops as my head coach.
Too.
I'm sorry. Arizona has a coach. I would take Mark Stoops as my defense coordinator.
By the way, look at this, dude. This looks so dumb. But go ahead.
I like Doege. Doege.
Right. Doege, yes.
That would be right now. He's my number one choice because he's a balanced. He's spread. I like him.
Yes, I like him as well. That's a big thing about it, too, is that I know what he's going to do. And I watched a few interviews with him. And again, this is my cursory research. Did you watch the
same interview I did? It's the one where it's like an hour long. It's both coordinators and Huff. It's right before spring ball starts.
Yes, I did watch that. It was pretty impressive. Yeah, really, it was pretty impressive.
I actually watched that the other night. I suggest people find it. It's very easy. Just type his name in YouTube. Knew exactly what he wanted in every single position.
And you know what I liked about him too. And again, I'm very much here's where I'm kind of at with all of this is that I need somebody that at least when I watch them, I need to have some idea that there's a plan. They know what they're doing. They walk in, heck, the team's probably not going to be very good, but I at least know what they're going. I got the sense by watching that interview. And again, it was like, for 8 minutes. Don't care. I was in on that one.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, again, it sounds silly to some people, but I just want to know what the coordinator is going to do. Right. Like that to me is like, there's two things, like a good coordinator and a coordinator. I know what they're going to do. If you're hiring an offensive like Matt Wells, for instance, I'm not really a balanced, I guess, is his identity, but I don't really know. I can tell you exactly what offense Arizona would run with Craddock and Doege and all those guys.
Doege very much, yes. Doege also makes. Now, here's my question, though, and this is what you and I were talking about on the phone. By the way, our phone conversations are great
right now.
Yes, exactly. Sheer literally called me and he said, listen, if Arizona's going to keep offering bad offensive linemen, at least make them girthy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is what you get on this. That is what you get. But either one of those, Doege, Craddock, I'm totally cool with. I don't want Matt Wells. I am more than okay with Matt Wells.
You know Matt Wells, means, right? You know what this means.
It's going to be Matt Wells.
Yeah, it'll be Matt Wells like as soon as we get off the air. I will say this. I believe. I know people are what is it now? Is it now? I don't think hire is going to come today. I do believe that it is more likely or not we know the offensive coordinator by Friday. Like I think it's going to wrap up here in the next 48 hours.
Now I do have a question. Do you think that let me ask you this. Do you think that whoever the OC is, at what point then do you start minimizing the other candidates and saying this is why they had to go in this direction?
No. I mean, look, if it's Matt Wells, I've already made my opinion known. I won't go back on it. I can give you
good.
Joseph. No, there is no OC offer out. There hasn't been one. My guess based on insinuations from people close to it, is they're down to like 3 people and they're kind of figuring out. There's a lot of stuff here. Like Arizona supposedly has money to spend. It's probably not used to doing that. If the guy's employed, like there's stuff you got to kind of work through. There's also other jobs open, like Oklahoma State. Who are they going to hire as their OC? North Carolina, if it's Belichick, who would they hire as their OC? Like,
man,
Purdue,
how the mighty have fallen. He can't get a sniff from the NFL, so he's having to go to North Carolina.
I
say it. Just say it. Say it.
It's not going to work.
No, of course it's not going to work.
He'll be out in 2 years, and Stephen Belichick will be the head coach of North Carolina.
And by the way, he also can't bring Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not. It sounds great. I'm sure it's a well-written plan that he has told North Carolina. I just don't. I don't know. But it is funny because he's already saying that if he was hired by North Carolina, it would be an entry into the NFL. And somewhere Jedd Fisch is like, "Damn it, you stole my shtick." Whatever.
He's like, "Man, I should have." He's like, "I should have thought about that before."
And he's going to steal his DC, which is good too.
Also, real quick, I need a house cleaning note here. I don't know if he's good or not, but let's see here. I don't know if he's good or not, but I heard good things. Mr. Tyler B. Nolan. He tweets at us every day. Arizona should absolutely check this kid out. Arizona needs kids that want to back the A. Look at his film. Look at his tape. He's on Twitter.
I'll put it this way, Mike. If you got stars for persistence, he would be a 5-star.
No, absolutely.
I've never seen anything like it. There's one other guy that does it, and he's like a class of 2028 defensive back, and I ignore him, I'll be honest.
Yeah, but no, Mr. Tyler Nolan or Mr. Tyler Nolan.
And
Tyler
what's
Nolan,
crazy, Mike, is I don't know if you know this. Me and Tyler are best friends. He's accepted into U of A.
So let's get him on the team.
He's going to the U of A. He just wants a chance to walk on and all that.
All right, yes. Let's hit yes, and all right. So everybody, pass the word to Mr. Tyler or Tyler B. Nolan. Oh, the lovely June L. Thomas is in here. Hit the like button as well. Okay, those are the three. Excuse me. Those are the 3 names. Here's what I want to ask you though.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's not good. Well, if you're an offensive coordinator, if you look at this position and you're like, okay, is this a job that you are interested in taking? Again, you get paid $1 million plus, yes, knowing that you could be blown out of here in a year. Granted, you got another $1 million. Sure, you're taking this job.
Yeah, here's why. And I'm not taking this job from the OC of Alabama. I think we're both talking about a similar people in position. But if I'm like the OC of I don't know, I'm just making up a school, Tulsa, right? An OC of Tulane even. I'm taking it for 2 reasons. Number one, if the money is rumored and you're making let's just call it $800,000, you're going to get a pay raise, right?
Right.
Also, if your offense is good but the team sucks, you're going to have a chance of getting the head coaching job.
Yeah, but what if your offense sucks and the team sucks?
Then that's your choice, right? And if you're good enough OC, you're going to get a job anyway.
Right. Yes. Now, Grant Creech, the great Grant Creech, makes a very, very good point about how it's also going to be very important for Arizona to be able to get good players in the portal. We are that's why we rely on our the people in this chat, because I would not have been able to come up with that. Well, maybe I would have, but maybe not. But first. All right, listen, Arizona's going to be playing UCLA Saturday. You're going up there, correct?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Now, everybody's talking about how the floors are going to be a little bit more bouncy.
Yep.
I got to say that maybe Empire's involved in this.
I don't think there's a maybe. I would think it definitely.
And yes, that is what we're going to see. What I need you to do, because I am going to be staying here because I have the post-game show with the tight end evaluator.
You want me to
What's that?
You want me to
yes, and I need you to see if this is going to be some kind of covert situation here, Glaze Empire.
I'll get there early. Early to test the floors.
Yes, exactly. But we need to be able to see exactly what is going on with the flooring there. I am hearing things that it's going to be a little bit different. Now, sure. Empire Flooring. You guys need to get Empire Flooring. I've seen your flooring. It's not Empire Flooring. Schedule a free and home estimate today. All listeners can receive a $350 off discount when they use promo code PHNX. Restrictions. I got too much Gatorade in my mouth. Restrictions apply. See EmpireToday.com/PHNX for details. and the Fiesta Bowl. Fiesta Bowl. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We had dreams of the Fiesta Bowl before the season. Guess what? Those dreams have been shattered.
Season's not over yet, Mike.
That is true. Yeah, I mean, you never know exactly what should happen, or what could happen. But join us for the first ever college football playoff quarterfinals at the VRBO Fiesta Bowl. Buy your tickets, reserve parking, and premium experiences at fiestabowl.com/tickets and Viva Fiesta. Sure, will you be at this?
Absolutely. Why wouldn't I?
I mean, dude, why wouldn't you be at this? Exactly. The question is, who won't be at this? So that's kind of where we're at with this. Okay. Doege. Oh, thanks, AZ Greg. Yeah, sure. Announcement coming at 5 p.m. What, for Rich Rod?
Yeah, I don't get it.
I would certainly home. Okay, now, Joseph. Yes, Joseph, we need to start taking shots at Sheer. How come all the guys Skier is pushing for
the portal? We talked about this on the phone.
Are all mid-major guys that we want just complaining about a mid-major transfer? Great point. Great point.
I'm not pushing for any players in the portal, have I?
Benwan White's pushing for every tight end.
Yeah, I haven't. Portals to me, whatever.
I think people are talking about on Twitter when you're saying that Arizona should absolutely go get this guy or absolutely.
Well, because they're good.
Yeah, no, exactly. Anybody sure says that, we need Jamal Young from a transfer from ASU to come here back the end.
Look, I think we could all agree that even though Luke Weissong went to New Mexico, Arizona should recruit him.
Now, there is something that I think that we need to discuss about all of this, though, that I think is probably a little bit buried in all of this. There is one thing that this coaching staff needs to do this when they're recruiting players in the portal this year, and it's simple. You need to make sure they're eligible.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you're right.
Call me a little old-fashioned. Call me maybe a little bit rough around the edges. I believe that you need to be able to recruit players that are actually eligible this year. What say you?
Yes and no. I think it would help you on the field, but off the field, it gives you a pretty damn excuse if things don't go as planned, you know?
All right. Yeah, no, exactly. And then eligibility is overrated. Yeah, who cares, really? Just like Sam Olsen was good. I never bought into Sam Olsen.
I didn't buy into Sam Olsen. I'll give you Jeremiah Patterson, Joseph, because he will be good, damn it.
Yes, No, yeah, we're not giving up on Jeremiah Patterson.
Who's the best Arizona play in the entire Territorial Cup? Jeremiah Patterson's kicking.
Jeremiah, that's a really, really good point.
I never said Sam Olsen was good.
Yes. Now, the coaching staff clearly believes that Sam Olsen. Do you think the coaching staff believes that he's essentially Gronk?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay. Now, let's talk about some players, though, that are in the portal that appear to be eligible at this stage. Eli Sanders rushed for 800 yards at New Mexico last year. He is somebody that Arizona wants. You have a connection with Eli Sanders, Jason Shear, a very, very close connection. What kind of connection?
Yeah, sure, we can go with that. Eli Sanders is a guy I've talked to. I mean, I talked to him for last year and before that. He, I can say right now because it's not a secret. He's currently on a visit to Michigan State. It's actually ending today. Wednesday and Thursday, he will be at Arizona. Friday and Saturday, he's going to take a visit as well. Memphis, Stanford, Virginia Tech are in there. This kind of feels like Arizona is very much in there.
Okay, now, I believe that Kedrick Reesano should be the starter next year. Would you agree or would you disagree?
I disagree. And it's not a knock on Reesano. I just don't. I mean, I think Eli Sanders is really good. He could absolutely come in and start. I think they're going to get a really good running back. If you were to ask me what portal position I feel most confident about Arizona landing a good player at, it's running back.
Yeah, because Alonzo Carter knows what he's doing.
So I like Reesano, but I would absolutely not guarantee him the starting spot.
All right, now, AZ Wildcat fan, very good follow. Keona Wilhite has 4 years of eligibility, and Keona Davis has 3 years. So we should get him for 7 years. I actually do like that idea. Keona Wilhite not coming here. He will be going to Florida State.
I think that's a done deal for FSU.
Yes. I hate saying this, and I said this on the boards, and I felt bad about saying it, but I get people that are reaching out to me about some of the Nebraska players. The good ones will not probably be coming here.
Yeah, Mike and I have daily discussions. Every time a Nebraska player enters the portal, we text him.
All right, Grant, yes. Oh, we can land a few of the Nebraska guys.
Yeah, I think Arizona's Kai Wallen is a guy I've heard Arizona's interested in.
Yes, Stephon Thompson.
Yeah, they are in it for the linebacker, supposedly. The good one.
McKay Gabayer or whatever.
Michael. They're kind of in it for him. We'll see.
Okay.
I'll believe it.
He started. He would be okay. The other two. Yeah, he'd start here. Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Yes, of course he'd start.
Arizona
Yes.
has no linebackers. Do people realize this?
What's that?
Arizona has no linebackers right now.
Well, Arizona has
Trey
like
Brown. It's Trey Brown, and that's it.
I was going to say you could pretty much get that entire position or the entire all the position units and say Arizona's got nothing here.
Yeah, but at least they have corners. You know.
Do they have receivers besides our guy Jeremiah Patterson?
On the roster, they have receivers.
Do they have offensive linemen?
No.
Definitely no offensive linemen. Hello, Kevin Holton.
I mean, they like line. Here's why like people say they're not, and we discussed this too. People say they're not going to land anyone in the portal. I don't know who they're going to land, but they're absolutely going to land a few good players based on the fact that every guy that Arizona is bringing on campus has a real chance of starting. Every single one.
Now, Kevin WN, we're going to get to that in a second, but first, Dennis Walsh, the great Dennis Walsh, one of Shear's biggest problems entire life is Shear's a sensitive guy. You see him on Twitter and he's all mean and everything. But Shear's a sensitive guy. He muted the great Dennis Walsh. We will not allow this. Dennis Walsh, though, says, the great Dennis Walsh, La Jolla Whisperer or something like that on Twitter. He says, with tight end whisper, Ben One White, no tight end is off the board. I agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I think it's really, really hard to disagree with that. Now, let's see here.
I
There was
a question for you, Mike, and Shear.
Yeah.
As well.
What's up?
Our guy Scott in the chat brought it up. People were when Brennan was rumored to be fired, people were like talking about fundraising and things like that. Scott wanted to know, do you believe that the athletics department is using some of those funds they raised for NIL offers as opposed to putting it all in one place, like kind of splitting it up between coordinators and NIL deals because you do need players to come in?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they have. I mean, I think it's separate, but they absolutely have gotten a nice. They're in a solid look. They're never going to be at the top of the conference or anything, but they're in a solid place with NIL, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Kevin WN, I'm going to tell you something that I did behind the scenes, and I do not care. Okay. I thought Zoe and Speedy were close. Here's the deal when you're dealing with someone, and I like Zoe. I think Zoe's a good running backs coach. I think he's one of the few good coaches on the staff. But when a staff tells somebody that you're going to do something with the player and you don't do it, then the player's going to do what's best for them. When you're told that you're going to return kicks, you're going to be a gunner, all that stuff, and you don't return any kicks, you don't be a gunner. I told the family, I'm like, you guys should definitely redshirt and preserve your eligibility. They did it. They got 2 years in the or they got 2 years remaining, and he's got a lot of offers. We'll see how that plays out, but he's going to go somewhere good. I hope he goes to West Virginia. I think he would kill it there. But it's one of those things too that if you got somebody like that and you don't decide to play him, then it is what it is. Okay, now let's get back to some other names on here. Like I said, Keona Davis or Keona Wilhite will not be coming to the U of A. If he does, I will give him a lot of credit. Well. Yeah, I'll give him credit. How about that? Shear and I have a different theory on this, actually. But what about certain players coming here?
Yeah.
So, okay, now.
Yes, Mario's either going to declare a transfer. That's my guess.
Yes, I would agree with that. Okay, now. Let's get to somebody else. Wayshawn Parker. We will not leave this name by the wayside. Wayshawn Parker. Washington State, not a bad one as well. I kind of like this kid, to be honest with you. About 800 yards, physical kid out of Northern California. I'm all right with him, Skier.
Yeah, he's from Sacramento. Zoe knows him.
From Oakland to Sacktown, the Bay Area, and back down.
He's a 4-star transfer. I mean, the dude was awesome this year. 137 carries, 735 yards on Washington State. Really good. I mean, he's just good. Like, he had 70 yards and a touchdown on 10 carries against Texas Tech. He did it against almost every opponent he played. Absolutely an easy take.
Okay, now the great Kobe L. Thiel says, do we really trust Brent Brennan to make a good hire? We saw staff hires last year. That's a
I get it, and the answer is no, you probably shouldn't, but I know of a few guys that he's interviewed, and I'm not saying them out loud. Mike knows them too, and at least I think he's looking in the right direction.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're not guys that should be like guiding you to like a Foot Locker or something when you enter the mall. Right? They are. That's not. It's not.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. But
yeah, I don't know, but I like it. I'm gonna run with it.
Yeah,
Are we gonna get more Big Red? I need more Cade and Luke. I absolutely. Oh, by the way, we need to talk about this real quick. There's a lot of people putting it out there, as Joseph would say, the Morales is. That by the way, I like Hobb. Hobbs a good dude. He's been through a lot. Hobbs a good dude. But you don't just offer Tucson kids just to offer Tucson. Excuse me, I just burped. You don't offer Tucson kids just to offer Tucson kids. That's not a recipe for success. If they're good, you offer them. Desmond Roebuck, they didn't offer. That was stupid. Yes, Joseph, very funny. You didn't. That was dumb. But you also don't offer kids. You don't offer Dinos at Sal Point, or you don't offer Leon. They're just not good enough. It's okay. You can offer them PW. I almost said POWs. You could turn them into a prisoner of war at the U of A.
Good Lord.
Yeah, exactly. Come to the U of A. We're going to intern you immediately. But no, those are preferred walk-ons. Cool, but that doesn't mean you offer them a scholarship. They still have to be good enough.
Yeah, dude, this is real simple. If the guy's good enough, I don't really care where he's from. But if he's not good enough, I don't care. Like, you don't get points because you're from Tucson. If you're good enough, you get recruited. If you're not good enough, you don't. And like with any town, with any city, with any recruiting, anything, someone is going to get overlooked. That's it.
Yeah, but the Desmond Roebuck one we talked about.
I didn't like that one.
That's unacceptable.
I don't like that one at all.
Yes, that's unacceptable. Okay. But if there is somebody good enough, you need to be the first to offer. But that doesn't mean that you need to offer everybody. That is not necessarily the case there. Yes. Okay. Let's see here. Dick Wilson, the great Dick Wilson. We're going to get to Noah Fifita here and the quarterback situation in a minute, because at Arizona, we think outside the box here first. Okay, now, Sheer. Sheer also tried to get me to buy a wide receiver from Campbell as being a difference maker.
No, get out of here.
That's crap. Here, no. Sheer, all right, here's what Sheer messages me yesterday. And this is why being friends with me is perilous, because you don't know what I'm going to actually say at any point.
That's fine, because this isn't a big deal.
This is a massive deal. Okay, so I said, Sheer, here's how our show prep goes. Give me a couple skill guys outside of Sanders and the two linemen I've told you about. And he says, Wayshawn Parker and R.J. Jackson. So I look up R.J. Jackson, a wide receiver that just entered the transfer portal from Campbell. And I'm like, 12 catches for 163 yards at Campbell. Does he know Anthony Del Orso? Is that the connection? Why are we recruiting this person? And then Sheer said, no. And then he went to another person, R.J. Jackson, a man from Tulsa, a large man, a man of girth, a man of substance, and 3 sacks in 2 years, but somehow has a lot of offers. Let's talk about R.J. Jackson, not the kid that you sent me first, Skier.
Yeah, he's got, I look, like you mentioned, the stats don't line up, but Wazoo is offered, Arizona's offered, San Diego State's offered, Boise, UCF, he's Nevada. Like he's good.
Kevin L. Thomas, your family by this point, you call him Skier. It is not Sheer, it is Skier. This will not happen again, Kevin L. Thomas. Family members, like everybody in this chat, we all call him Skier for a reason. Okay, now, let's get back.
By the way, real quick, because people have been complaining about
the Sheer hedge,
Arizona offering San Jose guys, and I was like, DJ Harvey's an easy offer, right? I tweeted that yesterday. He's the corner. USC just offered him. You said it, and it was very accurate. Arizona didn't get the best San Jose State players last year, so if it takes Brennan a year to do it, he should feel free to do it.
Yes, yeah. Oh, now I think why people. Let's be honest here, though. A lot of people have survivor's remorse or survivor's remorse. Is that the term? I don't know.
Arizona just offered to.
Who?
DJ Harvey. Arizona officially offered.
All right, baby, we're back. All right, but first, before we get into that, we need to talk about. There's something else that we need to talk about that is not a. It's something that we just need to talk about.
That was good. That's
really good. The thing about me, though, it is amazing. There's one guy on Twitter that always complains about my reads, and he's like,
There's something we need to talk about. We're going to talk about.
Meanwhile, I think the only good thing about the show is the reads. What are you talking about, man? I will not change the reads. Whoop. Okay, now Circle K. Sheer. I went to Circle K. Guess what? I went to my second favorite Circle K.
Which one is that? What's the second favorite?
Come on.
The one on 6 is the favorite. Circle is what?
Oracle and Grant, baby.
Oh, that's...
No, that was, again, I got my tire. I got new tires across the street. Wow. I went to Circle K, and I got Jack in the Box in that area. I went through the drive-thru. I did not get out of the car.
Yeah, Jack in the Box. Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm smart. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. But either way, that Circle K is great. There's a lovely lady there named Matilda who is, we always joke about how I'm wearing my Inner Circle hat as she is wearing her Inner Circle shirt. But either way, check it out at Circle K. Join Circle K join the Circle K. Join our Inner Circle for free by downloading the Circle K app. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Visit CircleK.com for details. And chicken and pickle. Now, our good pal Jacob L. Franklin is getting beat up a lot on Twitter, deservedly so. This is the man that compares himself to Pat Tillman. This is the man that...
it's disgusting.
It's disgusting. He invites us places, but at the same time, I don't know what else to say.
Arizona just offered another player.
Oh, and this is just getting big. But Jacob Franklin's a snitch, but he does want to go, but he does like chicken and pickle. We were supposed to go there. He decided that there was going to be a lot of people that just weren't there. Head to chickenandpickle.com to see all the fun you can have at their Glendale location. I'm laughing at one of these comments in the chat. Sheer, what do you have to say about chicken and pickle?
Look, I enjoy it. It's a great place. I'm going to be honest. A part of me, it's hard to get over it because Jacob Franklin kind of put a bad taste in our mouth. But yeah, it's fun. It's exciting. Mm-hmm. Why not? Why not chicken and pickle?
It just kind of is what it is. Chicken and pickle. Check it out. All right, now Survivor. Where is this back up here? This was very, very funny. We do kind of all have survivor's guilt from last season. I mean, we kind of do, sure. All right, now I will say this with the problem that I think so many people are concerned about with San Jose State players, and deservedly so, is there were some of the San Jose State players that brought over were really not good. Ryan Stewart, not good. Sam Olsen. I mean, I know we got to see a lot of Sam Olsen, but not good. So if you're going to bring some people over here, why don't you bring over the good ones? That's what I think I'd like.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just breaking stuff left and right here, Mike.
Arizona
offered us Rainy Smelly offensive lineman.
Who? Which one? Well, Smelly Rainey.
Kali Tafai.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't
he's 6'6", 330. That's what you need to know.
6'6", 330. Okay, well, there we go. We'll take him. Girth, baby. Girth. All right. But yes. Now let's talk about some other names. We got to get offensive linemen. We have no offensive linemen, and the offensive linemen on the team, even the ones that aren't good, are all entering the portal. Your guy, Jonah Rodriguez. You loved Jonah Rodriguez this past offseason, and it turned out that he wasn't that very good.
If we're going to give each other, and mostly by us, I mean you, if you're going to kill me for misses, I want a mea culpa for Jonah Rodriguez. You told everyone he would start.
Well, I mean.
You did.
If I did I actually say that? I think you're lying.
No, you
did.
If
I did say that,
you said that Jonah Rodriguez was gonna start.
Okay, fine. If Jonah Rodriguez not good, but you also thought Michael Wooten was essentially Orlando Pace. That's a big L for you as well. But either way, if I did say that, I will take that.
Jonah Rodriguez was the next Evan Britton is what you
David in AZ says, yes, you did. In all fairness, Mike, they whiffed on nearly every portal guy. That's why we got, hey, guess who's going to be joining us on Friday, Skier?
Who?
Portland Timbers.
Oh, great man.
Yes, Portland Timbers, by the way, Sheer, here's how this works. I was fired by Sheer. And listen.
I replaced you with him.
Yes, I was fired by Sheer. I was essentially put out on the streets. And Portland Timbers, who did more for you in one post than I ever did for you, and probably.
As long as you recognize that, because that is definitely true.
Yes, exactly. But you should hire Portland Timbers. He should be. I know you have Scott Schlittenhart as the your senior editor, but at the same time,
at a high price, Mike. Like there's only so much money to go around. You know?
Yes, exactly. Now, yes, my guy H Fuchs. Hey, Mike and Jason. When am I supposed to start loving every minute of this? It's going.
I'm having fun. Are you not having fun with the portal?
Dude,
I think it's all fun.
You know what people need to understand about all of this is that at some point, if you're just really bad, just kind of embrace it and just have fun with it. We've been through a lot.
I really like the transfer portal. I think it's fun. It's like it's signing day.
I love the transfer portal.
Right, signing day used to be the biggest thing ever. Signing day, all it means now is you're one step closer to covering the transfer portal. Like this is exactly. So stupid. I love it.
The prodigious Kevin Thomas. Hello, Kevin Thomas.
Hello, Mike Luke. But I feel like it would be fun, Jason, if like we weren't just trying to recruit players to get back to the point we were just at last season. Like, it's not fun because
like, you ask for a lot.
We're losing our best players, and like we're just trying to get back to a point where we're like decent at football again. Like,
let me ask you this, Kev. This day, you're a Gen Zer. Why don't you just go and cope?
Oh, bet.
I'm just gonna go take some copium and live rent free in ASU fans' heads.
Here's the deal: you were 4 years old when John Mackovic was the coach of Arizona. You don't understand tough times,
right? Yes,
this is true. We know this. Yeah. Yes, this is true.
Although at the say, hey, be nice. I know what you did right there. By the way, real quick, Cade's complaining to a Toad Tree and Eric Ruby that I was talking about him in the show. That's what you get for making videos about me, putz.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, who cares, dude? Embrace it. Okay, and then all right. So, John Mackovic era was brutal. Let me ask you. Well, no, I don't want to. I'll get you in trouble.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. It's fine. I know what you're gonna ask me. Go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I know what you're gonna ask. Go ahead.
I
already know what you're gonna ask. So yeah.
Okay. Is this as bad, at least in the first year? Was this as bad a coaching performance as you've seen?
No, because let me explain why. And I think there's value in this. John Mackovic was a piece of crap. Mm-hmm. He was fired because the players literally a mutiny. Like, we are not going to play for this human being anymore. And that was before the portal existed, when players had more power in that regard. It'll probably never get there with Brent Brennan.
But no, I'm talking on the field. Brent Brennan won
his first season on the
field. Got 5 wins, just like Kevin Sumlin. And he didn't have nearly the talent.
What was Arizona's record?
5 wins.
No,
second year 5 wins.
No. That he replaced.
6-6, or no, 5-6, and they went 5-7 with him, or whatever.
So I'm looking in the 2001 season, Mike. When you look at the schedule,
I lived it. I know. He had 5 wins. He inherited.
Didn't they have like?
No,
they had dudes on that team.
No, they did not. Not really.
Like, they had Bobby Wade.
Okay.
Jason Johnson was decent.
Mm-hmm.
They had Mike Bell on that team. Clarence Farmer. That team had dudes.
I know, but these aren't first round picks we're talking about.
They had Justin Lavasser. Is Justin Lavasser still in jail?
Yeah, I think he is as well. My point is this:
Lance Briggs. Like, come on.
He
inherited Daryl Brooks.
He inherited a 5-win team, and he got a 5-win team.
I guess, but I'm looking at some of the scores too.
Yeah,
they were worse, believe it or not. Oregon 63-28.
Yeah, but they actually put points on the board.
They did. They actually did.
It was actually you know what's funny about John Mackovic era too is that John Mackovic, I always thought my dad Clarence Farmer's the most physically talented running back I've ever seen here, by the way. My dad would always talk about how much he liked John Mackovic because he would come out in a suit during the game. I thought he was an idiot. It was 110 degrees outside and he's got a suit on. I thought he looked like a putz.
Why is Short Bus tweeting at me?
Oh, is he? Oh, well, I don't know.
Jason Shear, I'm not a good guy. I did donate to your sick dog, but only out of disgust for U of A and dogs as a whole. You're going to be okay.
You're okay. Oh my gosh. Yes. You're
you make videos. Since you're watching this, you make videos making fun of Mike. It's okay.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
No, this is good. Yeah. What a putz. Yeah, we're gonna keep making fun of him for a while.
Yeah, you're gonna make fun of lots of people. Right. And you're gonna make fun of us. That's the way.
Exactly. You make fun of us, dude. You pick up one end of the stick, you pick up the other side of the
stick.
And it's a girthy stick. Dang it. But let me ask you. But as far as all right, you didn't really live Mackovic. You lived Sumlin. Let's talk Sumlin.
Me? I was a student during Mackovic. I lived it. I lived Nick Costa at quarterback.
He played like 1 game, dude.
I remember him against Oregon, where he had was it Oregon or UCLA, where he had the huge pass. Everyone got excited, and that was the only pass he completed the rest of the game.
How would you, let me ask you this. How would you rate Brent Brennan's first year versus Kevin Sumlin's first year?
Brent Brennan had one of the worst first years for head coaches I've been around. But I don't know if that reflects the overall health of the program, if that makes sense. Like Mackovic was bad. Sumlin would show up to practice annihilated. Like you know what I mean?
No, again, we agree he's a good dude. He's a better dude than
results. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to BS. It's how am I going to BS results?
Right. Yeah.
We got another portal entry, Mike.
What do we
You're
got?
going to like this one. This is a national one. Tia Savea in the portal.
He has more eligibility? Hey, bring him home.
Time to bring. Dude, that's weird. He left Johnny Nansen. Do you think they pushed him out?
They could have. I mean, again, but maybe you. Hey, if we bring him back, do you now pretend that you didn't say all the stuff you said when he left?
No, I don't. I never thought. No. Okay. That's weird though. That's a weird one, right?
All right. Let's talk. Hey, do you want to give your now? Let's get back to Arizona football. You're always getting me off topic here, but I do want to say one thing that I think you made. You made a very, very interesting point, and
I make lots of interesting points.
And we're gonna get to the quarterback situation in just a second. Skier, I thought you made a very good point on the phone about Brent Brennan. Nick Arenas. Compare Farmer to Chris Henry. They were both built like Sandersons. Yes, that's very, very good. But Clarence Farmer was actually good.
Yeah, Clarence Farmer was productive.
Yeah. Okay. Give me put the people that out there about Brent Brennan and about being more interested in things other than wins, because I actually think this is a very.
I think Brent Brennan cares about winning. I just think that there is a very large aspect of Brent Brennan.
You said you said his bigger priority. That
cares about program culture and the people itself and making sure that everyone is having fun. Whereas there's some coaches where fun is like the bottom of their priority.
So what you essentially were saying on the phone is that orange slices, like, again, you want to win, but orange slices are a little bit more important.
I'm not even sure I'm saying this as an insult. I really don't.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
I don't want but yeah, I think there's a very large aspect of Brent Brennan that enjoys the fact that the team likes each other and that kids are having fun and stuff like that. And obviously you have more fun when you're winning. And I think that part of it was that last year it was very clear. And he has told me this on record, off record, all of it. It was not fun for anyone. No one had fun last year. And I think that's one of the things that really bothers him is that fun is important and no one had fun last year.
Right. I would agree with that. So what you're saying, though, is that, again, I think that's a fair point. And that's not even really an insult. I think that he wants to win. Nobody's saying he doesn't want to win, but the orange slices part is a little bit more important probably for him than other coaches.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Sure. Don't.
Why not Arizona?
Glad we didn't argue with that one. Okay, this season was so fun. Okay, now let's talk about before we get into Steve Ramirez, my guy Steve Ramirez. Steve Ramirez should I like Steve Ramirez a great deal. Very good official, very good person. He should be Brent Brennan's PR guy. He is very, very good at this. I very, very much appreciate what Steve Ramirez does. Very good person though, Steve Ramirez, and a much better official than me. But before we get into any of that, let's talk about the quarterback situation. But game time. Sheer.
Yes.
Floor is yours.
Listen. Because he likes game time. He's crying.
Oh, my gosh.
Me and Cammy were on the streets, and someone needed tickets to a game. And Cammy said, look, dude, I don't have tickets. And this guy was like, it's fine that you don't have tickets. I'm going to game time. And he got tickets for the Alamo Bowl right before the Alamo. Whenever Brielle tries to convince me to buy her concert tickets, you know what she does?
Huh?
She has the Game Time app on her phone.
Does she really have the Game Time app?
I'm dead serious. And she comes and she goes, take me to this concert, and shows me the Game Time app.
All right. Very, very good. Game Time. Again, now be like, oh, hey, Ted Wardo, come here. Ted Wardo. He's too lazy.
This is girth. This is what girth is.
That is girth. That's strength. Just like Game Time. All right, here's the deal with Game Time, though. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time picks. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and and use code PHNX for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code PHNX for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? Game Time. Ooh. All right, now. This has been the thing that everybody has been talking about in the chat, and deservedly so. Deservedly so. When we think about the future U of A football team, we think about this. We think about girth. We think about Sanderson Ford. Put that up there, man. Put that up there. Look at that.
I have a
Look at that.
Sanderson Ford story.
All right, look at this. Oh, hey, look at Ted Wardo.
God.
Ted Wardo. Ted Wardo's cameras. Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes.
Speaking of girth.
Yeah, I know exactly. Hello,
Shelby
Ted Wardo.
texted me yesterday. Shelby dropped off Brielle at school, Mike. She texts me. She goes, I'm completely serious. There's 5 Sanderson Fords in line.
No way.
Yeah. She 100% texted me that. I said, that's the girthiest line I've ever seen.
Yes, all right. Girth. Yes, either way, Sanderson Ford, check it out. Kevin L. Thomas would look very good in a Sanderson Ford. We would agree with this.
Obviously.
Yes, well, I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, in all fairness, Kev, I mean, everybody would, but, you would get in line on that one, though. But either way, Sanderson Ford. Be like Dennis Walsh, trade in the Jet and get your 2024 F-150 truck with 3.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus up to $4,000 cash back, similar savings on over 900 new and pre-owned vehicles on the lot. Check it out. Girth Brooks, baby. Oh, that's good.
Girth Brooks.
Holy crap. I am stealing that. Nick Arenas, put your Twitter. Oh, gosh, I got so excited the camera broke.
My God,
hey,
that is a game changer.
Nick Arenas.
Brooks.
Nick Arenas, please put your Twitter handle in there. I need to credit you. But yes, Girth Brooks is where it is at. Oh, Girth Brooks, baby. Girth. Wop. Okay, now, please put your Twitter handle in there because I am going to have a lot of fun with this one, but I always give credit. Okay, now, the quarterback situation. This is going to be very interesting. You and I were talking about this as well. Noah Fifita is going to have options if he enters the transfer portal. He will have options. But
girthy list of options.
He'll have a girthy list of options, a very healthy list. And there is something that we need to talk about. We are not going to mention a competitor on this show, but I will say, who that's bear down? Noah Fifita, we love Noah Fifita. We love the family. We love everything about Noah Fifita.
Yeah.
Noah Fifita is with the wrong camp at this point, the wrong camp. And what concerns me a little bit about this is there's a lot of those entities around the Utah campus. That is where this concerns me a little bit.
Look, I'm just saying, I'll mention a competitor, Mike. The lesser do-it-all store. Right. There's only one do-it-all store, and that's Circle K. The lesser of the two, hint, signed Noah Fifita to a deal. We are not happy.
We're not happy.
We are actively working behind the scenes to change this.
We will change it. Exactly. That was our 9/11. But when that,
No, it's a 7-Eleven.
Yes. Yeah. Well, did you get what I did? Did you get what I did? That was so funny.
No.
But either way, there's a lot of them around the Utah campus. Now, let's Steve, I know I'm just giving you a hard time.
But they're not safe,
Yeah, they're not safe, but also the quarterback situation. Here's what I think is going to happen if Arizona does lose Noah Fifita. I almost said, you want to hear something funny? I was talking with somebody the other day, and I said Noah L. Fifita, and he says, "What? It's so dumb."
Let's be clear first, though, before you.
Washington's definitely not an option.
No. Let's be clear. Right now, Noah is staying. Les told us on record, right?
Mm-hmm.
The issue is, the OC really is going to decide a lot. If Noah doesn't click with the OC, why would he stay? Right? Let's just be real. And I will say this also, that is absolutely a part of the process for Brent Brennan. They want Noah Fifita to stay. They want an OC that will fit him. But there's no promises, right? So if Noah doesn't click with the OC, there's a good chance he's gone.
Yes. Okay. Now, that is that's just kind of the way it is. Now, if Arizona were to lose Noah Fifita, we basically know what Arizona will end up with a quarterback. Now, again, we don't know the specific names, but I guarantee you this is how this will play out. Arizona will either end up with a mid-major quarterback that's not like the elite mid-major one, but like somebody like that dude at I think it's like Richmond or something.
Yeah, he's actually good.
Right.
Let me look him up. Let me look him up because I actually think he will be a prospect.
Yeah, Blue Sea.
Blue Sea, what?
Or no, they're talking about Blue Sea.
Camden Coleman. I really do think he would be a prospect. He threw for 2,000 yards, ran for 400, 14 touchdowns, 5 picks, 6 rushing touchdowns. He's going to play for an FBS school this year.
Yes, he is. Now, or it's going to be somebody like an ex-5-star kid that's not good, but you can hype him up as having all the talent in the world, like a Sam Heward.
Devin Brown. Devin Brown would be perfect because
somebody like that. That's how this is going to end up.
Ohio State. He went to Corner Canyon, but wasn't he at one point? I thought he was in Arizona at one point, but I don't remember. Yeah, like a guy like him would be perfect.
Yes. Now, also with let's see here. Who is there a San Jose State quarterback that we can bring on?
No. But there's good quarter. See, this is what we were discussing. And
Burmeister kind of kid. Yeah, is Burmeister not still in college? Is he?
Portland Timbers has a point too. That wouldn't surprise me. A guy like Isaac Wilson.
Oh, but
because there's a little potential there, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's not terrible, right? It's a guy like that where it's a high ceiling, but that floor, if you know what I mean,
that floor is bad. By the way, Snello, Snello, very, very good in the very good in this chat. We very much appreciate you. Welcome to the inner circle. It is called Blue Sea on this show. Go ahead,
If no one leaves, you're still a Big 12 program that is literally offering a starting quarterback job. You at that point, if you can't land a decent quarterback, there's something wrong with you, right?
Hey, guess what? Kevin L. Thomas just texted me.
Girth.
No, this is very, very good. After this convo, can you promote the pickleball tournament? No pause needed. Guess what? We're not going to have any pauses on this one. Join the pickleball tournament. Bring it up. Come on, bring it. Oh, look at this graphic. Look at this. Pickleball tournament. Saturday, December 14th, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. All proceeds go to Operation Santa Claus. But look who it's presented by.
Sanderson Ford.
Girth. Check it out.
That right before that's in Phoenix, right?
Ooh, that's right before the Arizona UCLA game, which we're going to get to.
Win the tournament and then go celebrate by watching Arizona versus UCLA.
Yes, exactly.
Place in Glendale, so it's not too far.
Very tasty, very tasty. Interesting. All right, very scrumptious. Okay, check it out there. Now, we need to talk a little bit of Arizona basketball as well. But the first thing that we need to talk about with Arizona basketball is against they play UCLA this week. Guess who's going to be on the post-game show with me?
I hope Ben White.
Ben White, my friend. Ben White.
A lot of tight ends in the portal.
He's gonna try to take a little bit of time off. Probably. I'm gonna tell him, listen, we need your focus elsewhere, at least for a little while. But yes, the Dennis Walsh, the UCLA cheating is going to be nuts in that game. We need to talk about that first.
Wow.
It's going to be abhorrent.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm going to be downright angry. I'll be honest.
Yes. It's and again, Mick Cronin, is Spears going to be at that game?
Yeah, I already talked about this with Spears. I don't know if he's going to be at the game, but we're going to do a thing where we both go up to him and see if he recognizes that I'm actually not Spears.
Yeah, so that will be good. All right, this is on a serious. The show's serious. Let's be honest. The whole show is serious. Arizona UCLA. Arizona needs to win this game. Period. Point blank. I don't care. UCLA. I know they just beat Oregon. Don't care. Arizona needs to be able to win this game. And listen, because you haven't beaten a Power 4 team, and I think if I'm not mistaken, that's your last Power 4 test before Big 12 play starts.
Yeah, I mean, it's real simple. This is a must win. And I hate must wins, regular season games, basketball in December, but this is a must win. Like, they have to win this game or else I will legitimately be concerned they can miss the tournament.
Yes, exactly. Scruffy Cohen, very great name. Very good name. Yeah, very good name. It's the UCLA game of make or break. Yes, I would agree with that. That is the one because you're also going to have time off. You have time to lick the wounds, get back into a good situation. You lose that game, then I think at that point it's just going to be. It's hard. It's just not a very good team, man.
Very slim margin of error, and I just don't think you're a very good team. And the spread's going to be like 1 point. It's going to be close.
I haven't been able to talk with you a ton about this. I talked with this on the post game with Mr. Brad Allis, and we talked about it yesterday. The one that I think that we were a little bit off on is that we definitely, I don't know if we underestimated Umar Ballo, leader of men, or underrated him, or thought that Krivas is going to be better. Dude, I'm kind of at the point, I'd love to be wrong, and I'm not at the my bad Krivas moment yet, but I'm kind of at the point where I think Krivas is just kind of meh.
It's close. I'm not there yet.
I'm not there yet, but I'm getting kind of close, man.
Yeah,
You watch how he moves. You watch just kind of everything about him. It doesn't look good.
Yeah, I'm not there yet, but I also don't disagree with you.
Yeah, no, I'm not there. Like I said, I'm not there yet. To be very, very clear, this is not where the My Bad movement would ever start, but there's a lot that I don't like. I'll put it to you like that. Also, I am of the point with this. The only big man on the team that has offensive skills at all is Trey Townsend. He's got
Henry has some offensive skills. Some. Is Trey a big man? He's 6'6".
Well, I mean, for our purposes, he's a big man. Trey Townsend. All right, Trey Townsend's the only one that I think can actually kind of get a bucket. If he's going to be out there, I think you got to be able to. He's got to score. I mean, you know what? He's got to score because it's not like he's out there for defense or rebounding. He's got to score. I'm at the point with him where I need 14 points per game. If you're going to be out there, you got to score. Period. Point blank.
Yep. They need front court offensive production.
You know what I also didn't like too? I also did not necessarily like the and I'm a Caleb Love defender on this team. But Caleb looked disinterested to me last game. That was the vibes. I didn't like. I can deal with him missing shots. I can deal with all that, but I didn't like his body.
It's really
language.
hard to figure out. I get what you're saying. It's just he's an enigma.
I mean, I just didn't really. You know, again, Caleb Love needs to have a big game against UCLA. I would love for him to have a big game.
Yeah.
Would you agree with this? And also, now, David, what do we make out of Henry Morauskas crushing it at St. Or Henry Morauskas? Paulius.
Man, we've talked about this.
Yeah.
He's good. They liked him. We all liked him. He's got a family. He needed to start, and Tommy wouldn't promise him a starting job or the touches, and that was that.
Yeah, I mean that's just kind of the way it is. We will we'll see how it plays out, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, now let's see here. But we need to see. No, you don't want to see Steven's going to redshirt. Awaka, I like Awaka. I think Awaka is better than Krivas at this point, but Awaka clearly has. Hey, Cade, buzz off with that one. That's funny though. But Awaka clearly has limitations, but I still think he's better than Krivas at this point. What say you?
I mean, he's a monster rebounder. The problem is he just can't score at all whatsoever.
Right, but the problem is that with Krivas, he's not really.
He doesn't do anything above average.
Yes, exactly. All right, Skier. Before we sign off here, let's see here. PFF's Bolitnikoff Award winner. Oh, PFF gave it to Territorial and McMillan. Duh. Good job. This
equals Travis Hunter. I'm going to lose it.
The Heisman. Or the Bolitnikoff?
The Bolitnikoff.
Yeah, because that's very annoying. Okay, now, Skier, before we sign off, where can they see you doing your work?
WildcatAuthority.com and the Wildcat Scoop podcast with Shelby.
Okay. I am merely Mike Luke. And Cade, very much appreciate you in there. Cade 2.0, very, very good person. Cade, you should get on Twitter. We have a lot of fun on Twitter, Cater Tot. Did you, by the way, that's what Eric L. Day calls him, Cater Tot. I actually think that's kind of funny. I might be hitting on you a little bit. Yeah. Okay. On that one note. Oh, Dennis L. Walsh threw me off. Back the Mike 1 Skier. That's who we need, though, is the D. Or we've talked about that. But we will be back tomorrow, my friends. We'll be back tomorrow. Sheer is going to be on 10:30, and Sheer and Portland Timbers on Friday 10:30 as well. We will talk with one of your other senior editors. But on that note, though, for Mr. Jason Sheer, I am merely Mike Luke, Kevin L. Thomas behind the scenes, making us much better than we should be. You've been listening to the AZ Wildcats podcast.
We all silly like the mayor.